This is the government-funded $12 million hustle that they don't want you to know about. You ever heard of a business where the US government literally pays you millions of dollars a month? No? Well, let me tell you about the juiciest government-funded play that currently exists. Veterans. They served our country. They've put their lives on the line. And now, thanks to a little fancy government funding, they're also your ticket to a $12 million a year business. But wait, before you start screaming at me, Alex, it's another scam. Relax, buddy. All right? This is completely legal, fully ethical, and honestly, if you do it, you're doing some good out there in the world. For vets, you should feel pretty good. And it's backed by government programs like the GI Bills and WIOA funding. And guess what? You don't need a single dollar to get started. The fat man, Mr. Uncle Sam, is footing the bill for you, and, well, you're cashing the checks. Sounds like the perfect setup, right? Stick around because I'm not only going to break this down for you step by step, but I'm also going to show you how this could be by far the easiest $1 million a month play. Section 1, the $12 million opportunity. All right, let's cut to the chase here. Here's how the math works. The offer is simple. Digital marketing training for vets. The price tag is about 10 grand per student. The goal is to enroll 100 students per month. That's $1 million in revenue every single month. And here is truly the best part. The veterans are not paying a single dollar out of their pocket. It's all footed by the GI Bill and WIOA funding. It's basically a blank check signed by the government. But here is the crazy part. You're not just making money. You are legit giving veterans skills. You're teaching them SEO, social media management, social media marketing, teaching them all of this kind of stuff. Things that can actually land them high-paying jobs or put them in a position to be making 5, 10, 15, 20 grand a month, which they couldn't do elsewhere. And a lot of these guys don't want to go and work for somebody. So you really are doing them a service. Step 2, how to set everything up. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking to yourself, well, Alex, this really does sound too good to be true. What's the catch here, buddy? Here's the thing. It's not a catch, but it's not instant like ramen either. You got to cook this one properly. Step 1, register as an eligible training provider with the WIOA in your state. Step 2 is submit your program to the VA for the GI Bill approval. Step 3 is build partnerships with veteran organizations and workforce boards. Here's where the outreach comes in. You can use platforms like Apollo or LinkedIn in order to find and contact these people at these various organizations. And then you can automate the email with tools like thorshammer.ai. Here's an example email. Free training for veterans, fully funded. Hi name. I run a program that helps veterans learn high-demand skills like digital marketing, fully funded by programs like the GI Bill and WIOA. We put them through a training program resulting in a certificate that can land veterans $100,000 jobs. This email will get you through the door. These organizations, they're already sold on helping veterans. It's a win-win. And trust me, cold outreach works every time when you target the right people. This is not rocket science. It's paperwork and networking. And don't come at me and say, oh, Alex, this sounds really hard. Because guess what? You know what's harder? Working a 9-to-5 job that you hate. And the veterans feel the same way. So suck it up and file those forms because the money is always in the boring work. Section 3, why this works. Well, let's talk numbers here. There are 16.2 million veterans in the United States. Over 2.7 million of these guys have already used their GI benefits, and they can continue to use them for programs like this. And best of all, the Veterans Administration spends billions, yes with a B, billions a year on educational training for these guys. And all you're going to be taking in is a measly 12 mil. This might just be the most recession-proof business model that you will ever find. As long as the government exists, they're going to pay to help veterans. And that means they're going to pay you. Section 4, scaling this play. If you're thinking to yourself, well, Alex, I'm not a marketing genius. That's fine. The VA will literally do the marketing for you. And that is when this baby starts to scale. Once that happens, you're going to add advanced courses, e-commerce, AI marketing, whatever's hot. These are upsells that can rake in even more cash. This system practically runs itself once you've set it all up. Listen, you've basically got 2 options at this point. Sit on your hands and let somebody else make $12 million a year with this play, or be the person to do it yourself. And if you're serious about leveling up, I've got the blueprint already prepared on how guys can reach 7 and even 8 figures a year with this kind of business model. If you click the link in the description, you can watch the full video on how you can make $10 million a year in finance. I will never post this video on YouTube directly because it's just worth too much money. This is not for tire kickers or guys who want to make 10K a month. If you're ready to scale past $100,000 or more per month, then click the link. I just handed you the keys to a $12 million a year business model. The rest is, well, it's up to you. Smash that like button. Make sure that you guys are subscribed if you want to consistently see multi-million-dollar plays per month. Make sure that you comment as well to let me know what you thought of this video. I'm Alex Abby, and this has been How to Make Your First $1 Million.